How are you?
Terrific. How about yourself?
I am doing fine. It's been a fabulous morning. It's so much fun to be able to see you live and in person. And I'm especially excited about what's going on with the new opportunity that you have for people to find out how to age naturally. Let me just kind of officially introduce you. Cynthia Rowland has spent many years. Hello, everybody. Those of you who are with us now, and those of you who might join later, welcome. I'm Liz Mullins, and I'm with Graceworks Health and Wellness, and we sponsor webinars with our various guests that have been on the wellness journey, and I'm so glad to have with us Cynthia Rowland, who was on the wellness journey with us, and we talked about how to age naturally, and in a way that a lot of people might have heard of before, but they might say, that doesn't work, that sounds nuts, but it does work. I have used it, and I can tell you that it works. What Cynthia Rowland specializes in is in helping people learn how to reduce their years of aging, 10 to 15 years compared to their parents. How can that be done? Well, it's done by facial exercise. She is a master at it. She has dedicated most of her time and career to it and has become an expert in the field of how to age in a way where you're not impacting something much by using and strengthening and toning the muscles in your face. And it sounds like magic, and I guess in some ways it is, but the reality is it's common sense. We have muscles throughout our whole body, and we have muscles in our face too. And Cynthia today is going to share with us some of those techniques and more about her product. Hello, Cynthia.
Hey, Lilith. And you know what? This is called fighting aging every step of the way. Okay?
Absolutely.
Yes. Just like you teach Pilates and yoga, which tones and trims the body. Well, the facial exercise that I teach lifts, tones, tightens, and slims the facial features.
That's fantastic. And you know, the thing that's really amazing and interesting about this is that this is something that everybody can do. You don't have to have a lot of equipment. And the other thing that's really good about it, you don't have to sit underneath a knife with anesthesia and all those other kinds of things. You don't have a long healing process or any other things that you have necessary.
That's right. All you have to do is follow the directions. And if you follow the directions and just use your exercise like we teach you how to do it, drink water, watch your diet, because you want to make sure that your body is getting the best fuel ever. And that comes from having lots of colorful fruits and vegetables in your eating habits every day. And did you know that if you eat lots of different colored fruits, your skin looks just amazing?
No, you'll have to share with us that. No, I did not know that.
Yes.
Rainbow. I know I try to eat the rainbow, and I try to drink plenty of water and exercise. But you know how we tell people in terms of their overall bodies, you want to exercise, you want to make sure you're drinking enough water, eating fruits and vegetables. Same thing with our age. Incorporates to our face too. The only thing that you don't realize is that while you're exercising, you're having fun. You can also exercise.
That's right. And do you know that there are 55 muscles in the face and neck, and they all need exercise?
Wow, no, I did not know that. So I'm going to turn over, since you know so much more than I do, I'm going to turn it all over to you.
Shall I just go through and instruct all of your viewers about what we're doing here?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you, Linus, and I'm just going to make this as fun as possible for all of you, because for me, facial exercise is so fun, because from the moment you start learning the process, you see your face respond. And there is nothing more exciting than seeing the rewards of your work right in front of your eyes. So here you can see this first slide is me teaching a group of women in Miami, Florida, how to exercise their face. And what they didn't know was that the face has many exercises. Many muscles underneath the skin. I'm trying to get this to come up. Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. So I am not having success yet. There we go. Here are the muscles underneath your skin. Now, you can see that the frontalis muscle is the forehead muscle, and that forehead muscle is a vertical muscle, starts at the hairline, slips in underneath the eyebrows. That muscle that circles the eyes is called the orbicularis oculi muscle. You see little muscles that run along the edge of the nose. So if you're seeing that your nose appears to be tipping forward or even elongating, just know that we have an exercise for that. And around that eye, if you have crow's feet, you'll see that when you get into the program with us that you will not have crow's feet. I even have a client who's 91 years old this week, and she does not have crow's feet. And crow's feet are a result of the muscles elongating and pulling into another muscle group. So when our face begins to mature and those muscles begin to lose their strength, and because the skin is attached directly to the muscle when you are aging, that elongating muscle drags the skin down. So you can see around the mouth area, we have the zygomaticus muscles that run up to the cheek and into the hairline near the ear. We have the orbicularis oris muscle, which is a muscle that runs around the mouth. So for you ladies and gentlemen, some men see this too, but especially ladies, they begin to get these lines above the lip. Well, this is because that circular muscle around the mouth is collapsing in on itself. And so because the skin is attached directly there, that leaves that vertical scoring across the top lip. And then, of course, as we move down into the bottom of the mouth and then into the neck, you can see that there are some major muscles going on. The platysma muscle really comprises the biggest portion of your neck, and we teach you through exercise how to stop a double chin and how to get that moving. That entire face will lift and tone and tighten. So let's take a look at some of the other pictures that we have. Here's a woman who is 48 years of age. Her name is Victoria. She was on a television show with us, and she was so proud that that hanging chin that she was developing was reversed, and that even her cheeks, which were beginning to slide down and pull into the area around her jaw, that was stopped as well. And if you look closely, you can see that her nose has repositioned. And these pictures are only 9 weeks apart. So if you get started now, today is mid-September, just think in 12 weeks time, which puts you right smack dab in December, that you're going to have a new face for the holidays. So let's see what else is in our little repertoire of pictures here. Here's another 48-year-old woman who really had a situation with a double chin. And I knew this woman personally because she came to our clinic in Denver. She wanted to have a new job, but she didn't feel that her appearance gave her the confidence to actually do something proactive about her lack of employment. So she came to us to help with this face of hers because she could see that it was a detriment to her well-being for a job position. And these pictures are 8 weeks apart, and after that 8th week photo, we never saw her again because she wrote us a little note that said, I have a new job. Thank you so much for helping me out. And so if you're in the job market and you know that a youthful face and a pretty face gives you a great advantage no matter what your age.
That's an amazing example.
Isn't that an amazing example? Yes. And now, Linus, this woman is Lillian. And she came to us because she was the former Mrs. Colorado. But you can see on that beginning photo that we snapped the day she came to the clinic that she had kind of given up on herself. You can see that her hair is kind of wild and maybe windblown, like it wasn't supposed to be quite like that. But she had quit wearing makeup. She had given up on herself. And you can see that her face looks spongy, her neck looks spongy. And she and I had the same situation because when I learned about this program, Linus, my left eyelid was sitting on my left eyelash. And I started checking around to see what avenues I had to stop this horrific slide and making me look tired, and I looked a little just off balance with that eyelid sitting on the eyelash. And my only avenue at that moment was surgery, and the physician that I went to see told me it would be $3,500 for him to cut perfectly healthy tissue and sew it back together and hope that it would look good. Oh, he didn't say that. But that's the crux of it all. You never really know for certain how pleasing your results are going to be, or if you're even going to like your results. Because with surgery, there can be surprises. And I've always told women that if they do choose surgery, to make sure that they choose someone who is an artist. Because you want somebody to work on your face that has a great sense of beauty and knows how to make that happen for you. And then, of course, you want to make sure they haven't had a fight with their wife that morning when you go to surgery, because it could be a surprise for you. And I don't know if you know this statistic or not, but 37% of women who have had plastic surgery, facial plastic surgery, do not like their results. And I know why, because it's a dramatic change from what you're typically seeing in the mirror once you get the bandages off and the swelling leaves in about 6 to 8 months. So let's see what Lillian looked like from her side view, because this is very telling. Because as you can see, she looked elderly because of the way her face was, or her neck was not supporting the weight of her head. So isn't that something? Yes. So as people begin to mature, and if they're not working out in the gym on a regular basis, that 15-pound head can be hard to hold in place without it being cocked at an elderly sort of look. So you can see that her pictures after 12 weeks showed a dramatic posture shift, because we strengthen the neck muscles, the back of the neck muscles, the muscles that run down into the chest area, and of course everything that runs up into the face.
That's amazing. The thing that I'm struck with the best is that her neck seems to have grown.
I know.
Elongated.
It elongates, exactly right. And it repositions the head again so that it looks more youthful. And you will see too, Linus, with all of these photos, that the skin is noticeably brighter. And that's a result of oxygenated blood forced to the tissue. Let's see what the next surprise is. Oh yes, Diane Kaufman, the girl who drank a gallon of Coke a day, didn't even know what water was, and she wondered why she had bags under her eyes. So bags under the eyes are a result of not drinking enough water, sleeping too flat on your pillow. Most people think, oh, if I have a down pillow, I'll sleep better. Well, it's too flat. And I recommend a buckwheat pillow, which is a little thicker, and it supports your neck and your head in alignment with your spine. And the best thing about it is when you turn on your side, sleeping on a buckwheat pillow, you're not mashing your face into the pillow because it doesn't allow that. So with Diane Kaufman, she worked in front of computers a lot, and you could see that those downturned mouth corners are a dead giveaway that she had not been smiling enough. And that's one of the tips that I give women every day, is that they must learn to smile every day for themselves and for those people looking at them.
That's amazing. That's my challenge, is the bagginess of the eyes. That's my challenge. And I don't drink soda. I drink lots of water. I don't drink drinks, mostly water, but I do have my morning cup of coffee in the morning sometimes. How much does coffee, things like that, impact?
Probably not very much. Coffee is really good for you, and it will keep you from developing the symptoms of Alzheimer's later on, they say. But here's another thing that I find very interesting about Diane Kaufman's face, is it's so spongy looking. And this is her 11th week picture, and you can see the toning and the tightening and the lifting occurring in her face. And the beauty about facial magic, Linus, is that it's from week 1 until, week 12 of your program, it's this subtle, gentle, dramatic lifting. Subtle yet dramatic. Because it doesn't look like you've been done or overdone. It just looks like you are yourself, only 10, 12, 15, 20 years younger. Does she look younger to you in this second photo?
It's just amazing.
It is amazing.
The thing that struck with me the most is, like, you can see now her jawline.
Yes.
Where you couldn't before. And
yes.
With all the other ladies, I see this thing with a better jawline. A more
yes.
angular line. But from a youthful perspective, not that it looks sharp and, hard.
Unnatural. Yeah, it looks natural. Because consider this. We have all of these muscles above the jawline. And as they begin to elongate from disuse and atrophy, it's going to pool underneath your chin and around your jaw. And by the time a person reaches age 55, the muscles in their face will have elongated 1/2 inch.
Wow.
We see that in our bodies, don't we? You work with bodies all the time.
Yes.
You see that with bodies. You can see a thickening waist. You can see how the hips and buttocks begin to slide down the back of the leg. The inner thigh gets mushy. Well, the face is no different. And you can do a lot of things to hide your body. Because you can wear black, you can wear baggy pants, long blouses. That covers a myriad of flaws. But there is not one hairstyle I know that can cover up sagging facial muscles.
I don't think there's not a one, unless you decide to put a bag over the head with 2 eyes in there.
I know. I've had women tell me that that's just about the place where they're psychically at, because they want to look better, but they don't know how to do it.
Right.
Let's see what else is next. Oh, look at this. Now, this is my friend Nancy. She was on my television show with me. And wowie zowie, let's start with that face. First of all, she looked like she was mad all the time. And so many people say that. People tell them that they look angry all the time. Well, if you hold and mold your face in that position and not let it relax, then it's going to crinkle on you. You can see that crinkling, can't you? You can see deep crow's feet, number 1. And remember, these pictures are only 9 weeks apart, and they say she's 68 in this photo, but I'm not so sure about her age. There's a whole story behind that. But nevertheless, you can see that her nose tip is coming forward. She has lines everywhere on her face. And we did a particularly close-up after photo of her, just so that everyone could see that there's no trick photography here. This is from the inside out. The muscles plump up. The skin has new life. It becomes oxygenated and looks brighter and clearer, and it helps her look younger.
Now that brings a question. You mentioned that a couple of times, and are you going to cover what it means to be oxygenated? It would be great.
Well, let me just talk about that while we're looking at Nancy's photos right now. And it's just like doing yoga, and when you do that's one with the legs up in the air, and you're bringing that oxygenated blood into the face and into the pituitary gland and all of that. It's the same principle. Whenever you're forcing blood to the tissue, it picks up oxygen. And so it makes you have this clearer, brighter complexion. And that's oxygenated blood in a very abbreviated form.
Well, that's wonderful, and that's a very good point, because I take yoga and teach it, and one of the things about yoga is that that people don't understand, this is almost with any exercise. As you're moving, the blood starts circulating and moving, and you will, after a workout, for instance, you're sweating and stuff, but even after you've rubbed off, you still have that brightened look. The other thing is that when you exercise, the endorphins start going, you start feeling better. And I'm wondering, I wanted to ask you, when you go through a facial exercise, does it have any impact at all on how you feel overall?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, from the moment you do your first exercise, you see and feel the difference not only in your skin, but in your well-being. Because I believe that it immediately begins to release endorphins, and that euphoric feeling begins to develop. And you know that you're doing something so very positive and proactive for yourself.
I thought so, because I've been doing it, as I told you, I have been for about 4 weeks or so, and I do feel better. I do it every morning.
That's good. That is so good. When you get a little further into your program, Linus, I want you to come join us for a live workout on a Wednesday morning, if you can manage 30 minutes in your very busy schedule, and work out your face with us on GoToMeeting. And you will have the best time, and you will love the results that you get.
Okay.
Because even though I'm working with faces that I don't even get to see, I know how to make your face look remarkably younger in just a matter of minutes.
Wow. I could use
And
that.
once you learn that secret, then you'll do it as well. And that's why it makes the program so beneficial to all people over the age of 25.
Absolutely.
Let's move on, shall we? You have any more questions about Nancy?
No, let's go.
Okay. Look at Kathy.
Wow.
Well is right. Kathy had been using a handheld stimulation device for 9 months, okay? And she took her picture, which is, I considered, the before photo. And she wrote me a letter, she called me on the phone, she wrote me emails and said, I really want to come to work for you because I'm using this handheld device. I even sell it, but it hasn't worked for me. And I told her, I said, Kathy, you're going to have to put down that handheld device and just stay with Facial Magic if you want to go to work for me. And so she did. And you can see that this face has been totally transformed using Facial Magic.
My goodness. I've
Isn't
always
it
wondered
something?
about those handheld devices because it seems to be kind of, hard on the face, pulling, stretching. I don't know.
Yes. Well, here's why these handheld devices do not work. They might show a little bit of result initially, but they cannot work because muscles are attached to the bone only on one end. So the muscles that we saw in that second slide had the muscles showing that they weave over and under each other, and they attach to bone only on one end. The other end attaches into either the skin or another muscle. So if you're creating a contraction with a handheld device, there's no resistance. So that contraction may occur, but there's nothing to make it stick. So with Facial Magic, when you use our program, we teach you how to anchor and isolate muscles, then create the contraction, and we're holding that muscle on one end and creating that contraction so that it's lasting. It benefits everything in your face when you contract the muscle with resistance.
Now, doing these facial exercises, what are the what's the life expectancy in terms of that? I mean, do you have to continue to do them every day, or will it?
Well, in the beginning, you're going to have to do them every day, Linus. You need to do your program while you're in training for the 6 days in a row for the first 12 weeks. And when I counsel people and have them personally in my office or in my environment when I teach them, I keep them on the 18 exercises for 15 weeks so that they're doing them 6 days in a row. And this is when we get magnificent results. Because if you try to slack, there's only one person that's hurting. Not me, you. So dedicate yourself to spending a few minutes a day, 6 days in a row, on your face. Like week 1, you begin with the upper eyes and upper cheeks, and you do those 6 days in a row, and each exercise requires 35 seconds. So in 70 seconds time, you're finished with your exercise program in week 1. You take 1 day of rest, and then you begin week 2 by performing the first 2 exercises that you learned, and then you add 2 new exercises for the lower mouth. And you do those 4 exercises 6 days in a row, take a day of rest, begin your program again, and you're going to do the neck. And so each exercise fully exercises the muscle. And once you have your face looking like you want, and that usually occurs in 12 to 15 weeks, then you back off and you only have to do the program 2 or 3 times each week. And that's the training that I do, is we do it 3 times a week so that those women and men who have gone through their program can just jump right in and exercise with Jackie Silver and me, my ageless sister, and we keep you on track so that you're constantly even realizing better results.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Yes.
The thing that strikes me so much with Kathy is that she almost looks like a different person.
I know.
That's her mother on the other side there in the
I know. She looks much younger in the second picture. And I have to tell you that she has really been a wonderful asset for our company. And she's not working with us right now, but she has done some remarkable work for Facial Magic.
Yeah, that is probably one of my favorite pictures.
Yes, yes. And she's such a great gal. And, you know, the thing, too, about Facial Magic that I have never seen work with anything else is that the tension and the stress melts away from your face. And that's what we're seeing in that before photo of Kathy's as well, is that she could see that she holds and molds her face with a lot of tension, and you can see it around her mouth. You can see it how her jawline was just corrupt with flaccid skin, and all of that tones and tightens and helps you to look much, much younger.
That's amazing.
I know. Let's go to the next.
I have to say one more thing too before you go.
Go ahead.
I was just wondering, because she reminds me of someone that I know who takes good care of me. She's one of my collaborators. And her face, we talked about stress and all that. And she happens to be masseuse, and she does yoga, and she does oils, all these things. But I'm thinking someone like her could benefit from the years of stress that she had on her face before she started doing those things. But she no longer has the same stress, but that look is still there.
The look is still there. That's exactly right. Linus, you need to help her, and
I think I do.
Yeah, and tell her that this will help just relax those muscles. It's not relaxing the muscles; it's just removing the stress look.
Exactly. I think I will tell her about it, because when people see her, she's a wonderful masseuse, and she just has all kinds of knowledge on her own therapy. God, look.
Yeah. She doesn't probably look very healthy then. I don't think people who have all that stress look healthy at all.
No. They look quite up.
And by the way, I just want you to know, and Kathy would not mind me telling you, she's a smoker and she is a sun worshiper. So if she can look this good, even smoking and worshiping out in the sun, because she lives in Florida, never puts her top up on her car. And I have seen her actually driving, and it's raining, and she's still got her top down. Crazy girl, crazy. But she's just a sun worshiper. Yep. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, look at Bernice.
Oh, bless her heart.
Now let me tell you the story about Bernice, because it makes for very interesting information for your listeners and viewers. I received this picture on the left with this big red hair, this hanging chin, from this woman. It was a 4-page handwritten letter. And she wrote saying, "My hanging chin is gone. My friends feel like I've had a facelift." And so I saw this photo, and something just made me call her, because she had written that she had severe arthritis in her hands. She didn't even know when she started Facial Magic if she could go through the process of Facial Magic. So I called her and I said, before let me see your picture or anything, I said, I'm so proud of your accomplishments, but I would really like to see you go through a makeover with us and let other women see what you look like. And this is sight unseen, other than this picture on the left. And Lena, she said to me, "Well, what do you have in mind?" And I said, "Well, I'd really like to give you a softer looking hairstyle for one." And she just bowed up. She did not want to get rid of her red hair at all. But with a little persuasion, telling her we'd pick her up in a limousine and things like that and take her to the finest hairstylist in Miami, Florida, she kind of began to go along with our thinking. Well, this is before digital photos were available, and we had to wait 3 weeks before we received her after photo. And all the photographer would tell me was, "You're not going to believe what you see."
Wow.
And we unwrapped that photo and saw this magnificent, beautiful woman in front of our eyes. And she said, I called her on the phone as soon as we got that photo, and she said, "Cynthia, if I die tonight, this has been the best day of my life." She could not even believe how beautiful she looked and how she just captured that youth, that this photographer captured this youthful essence of hers.
It's an unbelievable picture. The thing I'm struck with the most is that the before picture. She looks like she lost weight in her face.
She didn't even lose an ounce, she told me, because that was one of the first questions I asked her was, "Did you lose a lot of weight?" And she goes, "I didn't even lose an ounce." It's just the exercise.
All from the facial exercises.
Yes.
Bernice's picture with the red hair was before she started all the exercises, and the result is the picture next to her. That blonde lady, that gorgeous blonde lady, is Bernice.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. And those photos are exactly 16 weeks apart.
Unbelievable. Now, granted, she had a makeover, so she's got nice makeup on, and nice hair. It's beautiful. It emphasizes it. But nothing short of miraculous. The jawbone again.
I know.
The nose is gone. The nose seems like it's been reshaped.
Yes.
She looks like she's...
And she really did have a hanging chin.
Yes, she has 2, maybe 3 on the way there. And she looks almost like, she looks like she had plastic surgery.
I know, that's what her friends thought.
Now that is my favorite photo so far.
I love it too. That's why I always keep it for the end, because it's such a shocking yet revealing photo of how wonderful that this program is for everybody. So it doesn't matter what your age, as long as you're over the age of 25, give me your worst looking face and we'll make it young and beautiful looking again.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is another question I have with facial exercise. A lot of people associate exercise with some kind of pain somewhere along the way. What about the facial exercises? Do they cause any kind of pain or discomfort?
No. And here's my mantra. No pain, no pain. That's my mantra. Because you should never have any pain. And I'm going to show you that, because we're going to get into a few exercises that I want your viewers and listeners to do with us so that they can see how it works for them.
Good.
All right. We're going to start with the upper eye exercise. And this exercises the brow, and it also lifts the eyebrows, because as we begin to mature, eyebrows drop with age. And so what we're going to do right now is practice how to get your eyelids your eyes more open and your eyebrows back to where they used to be. Okay? And here's how we do it. I want you to keep your eyebrow area relaxed. Just keep your entire face relaxed. And then place the 3 middle fingers of each hand underneath your eyebrows. And now drop the palms of your hands flat against your face. And with your fingertip pads directly under your eyebrows, push your eyebrows straight up and then slightly outwards. And I want you to hold your eyebrows in this position. Keep your eyes open. Now, using your forehead muscle, push down against your fingertips. We're going to go to 5 instead of 10 right there. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove your hands. Take a deep breath in, blow it out, and let's get right back into position. So fingertips underneath the eyebrows. Drop the palms of your hands to your face. Push your eyebrows straight up and now slightly outward toward the temple. And this is to keep those 11s from forming between your eyebrows. So keep your eyes open, look straight ahead. Now use your forehead muscle, begin to push down into your fingertips, and we're going to go for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, keep pushing down. 4, 5, 6, 7, close your eyes. 8, keep pushing up with your fingertips, down with your forehead. 9, 10, release, take a deep breath in, blow it out, and let's get right back into position because we're going to do 35 seconds. So fingertips go underneath the eyebrows, drop the palms of your hands to your face, push those eyebrows straight up, slightly outward, hold them as high as you can. Use your forehead muscle. We're going to go to 10 again. Push down into your fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close your eyes. 8, 9, 10. Take away your hands. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. We're going to get right back into position. This is the last one. Fingertips underneath the eyebrows. Drop the palms of your hands to your face. Push those eyebrows straight up, slightly outward. Look straight ahead, eyes open. Use your forehead muscle, pushing down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close your eyes. 8, 9, 10. Remove your hands. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. Now, Linus, for those ladies doing this for the first time, and even for you, you'll probably feel how your forehead is awakening.
And I can see a difference already, just that little exercise. My little eyebrows give me kind of a sparkle now.
Yes, and you know what? When you do this exercise, your eyes pick up more light, so your eyes look sparkly.
My eyes look bigger. I can see more of my whites right now than I did before. I mean, can you see? I can see the difference. I can see the
There you
difference.
go. Yay, we know it's working. Each exercise is like this. You should be able to see a difference immediately. Not only feel it, but see it so that you know that you are getting the best result ever with these. Yeah, yes. And somebody just wrote, did not know I was doing an eyebrow lift when I have a headache. Yes, this will help your head so much if you have a headache, because usually headaches are a result of tension being held around the eyes, and all you have to do is just release and do that exercise. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. So each exercise requires 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, for a total of 35 seconds.
Now,
Any questions?
I have to interject here and say, everyone, that this is definitely, that you're worth the 35 seconds, okay? You can find the time to do this.
Exactly. And you don't have to jump in and do all 18 at one time. You're just going to build yourself up to it because you want to build your program.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, we did this. All right, jowls. Now, if you look along the jawline, most people see that loosening around their bottom mouth area. So we're going to do something that's very different. We're going to work on the right side of the face, and you're going to see, if you have a mirror handy, how that area will lift and tighten around your mouth. And remember, we're only going to do 35 seconds. So seeing this for 35 seconds, imagine what it's going to look like in 3 weeks. It takes about 3 weeks to begin to sufficiently strengthen a muscle so that it keeps that new look. All right? So that's why I always say that when you start this program, just know that in week 6 and 7, that's when the real magic begins, because that's when the muscles have developed their strength. Okay? So I want you to keep your shoulders erect, lift your chin until you feel tension under your chin. It doesn't have to be hyperextended, but just lift your chin. And I want you to keep your eyes to the ceiling. Now, look up and over your right shoulder. Keep your eyes to the ceiling. Open your mouth and jut out your bottom jaw and your teeth. So just jut it forward, and let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just relax your face first, and now gently bring it back to its starting position. You don't want to swing your head around, just gently bring it back. Take a deep breath in, blow it out, and let's get right back into position. This time we're going to go to 10. So, shoulders erect, lift your chin, look up and over your right shoulder. You want to actually see behind you with your eyes. Open your mouth, jut out that bottom jaw, hold it. We're going to 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release your jaw, relax it. Now gently bring your head back to its original starting position. Roll your shoulders, take a deep breath in. Let's get right back into position. Lift your chin, look up and over your shoulder. Keep your eyes to the ceiling, looking behind you. Open your mouth, jut out your jaw. 1, 2, just jut it forward. 3, keep it pushing forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax your face. Bring your head back to its level starting position. Roll your shoulders, taking a deep breath. Blow it out. Let's get into that last one. Lift your chin. Look up and over your right shoulder. Open your mouth. Jut out your jaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Gently bring your head back to its normal starting position. Pick up your mirror if you have one available, or look where you can to see your reflection, and tell me that on the left side of your face that you don't see how that lifting and toning is already available.
I can see it because I can see the difference between here and here.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, and everybody doing this with us will see it too, because we're bringing and releasing all of those muscles that have sunken south. There's only one way to go, Linus, when your muscle starts elongating, south. Okay?
Wow.
Everything goes south. So we're going to take those muscles that have been pulling down into your clavicle area and start releasing them up through the side of your neck and up into the jaw and around the bottom now.
So that's why you have us look right rather than left.
That is correct.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so when you do that, when you're always exercising the opposite side. So if I do the left side, and I think we're not going to do that one just because of time constraints, because I'm talking a lot, well, just know that you need to do the left side of your face so that you turn your face up and look over your left side.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what else is next.
Absolutely.
We're doing good. And always remember to take a deep breath before you begin another exercise. So let's work on another part of the chin, okay? Down into the neck. This is a neck exercise that will begin to flatten that little pooch that you might have underneath your chin, okay? So here's how we do it. You want to lift your chin again to create that taut line between your chin and the base of your neck. And you can see here with Stephen doing this that he's not hyper-extending his face at all. Just lift that chin, keep your shoulders erect. I want you to clench your back teeth together as you press the tip of your tongue against the lower inside of your gum, where your gums and teeth meet. Just below the teeth is where you want to place your tongue. So this is an isometric movement. So clenching your teeth, pressing your tongue forward, and now tense your neck. Let's go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your face. Bring your head level. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Let's do it again. Lift your chin, clench your back teeth together, press the tip of the tongue forward inside your mouth, just below the bottom row of teeth. Now tense your neck. Let's hold it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Take a deep breath. Blow it out. Let's do it again. Lift your chin, clench those back teeth together. Press the tip of the tongue forward, just below the bottom row of teeth. Tense your neck. Let's go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that neck tense. 8, 9, 10. Release your face. Take a deep breath. Blow it out. Last one. Lift your chin. Clench the back teeth together. Press the tip of the tongue forward. Keep pressing it forward. Tense your neck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release your face. Feel like your neck is worked out?
Wow, yeah.
We actually have 6 exercises for the neck. And so this is the first of 6 for your neck, because that platysma muscle is a big, heavy muscle in your neck. And it takes a lot of effort to get it to move, but once it starts, it's, I think, one of the easiest areas of your face to correct.
Now, is this is one of the things, and when it comes to the wrinkly neck, maybe, or the
Sagging neck,
yes, thank
the
you.
waddle, double chin. Yes, all of those.
Wow.
I think we have a question, Linus, that one lady was asking, what was the exercise number 1? We didn't teach exercise number 1 today because it requires gloves. And that's the secret of our program. What makes us so successful is that we teach you how to work inside the mouth, to anchor the end of the muscle, create that contraction, and lift up from the inside of the mouth. So it lifts up and back.
Yes, I have the program, and the gloves are wonderful. When I got the gloves, at first I was like, okay, what's this for? And then I had saw Cynthia on television, and they were using the gloves. I saw a clip, and I said, what's this for? But yes, that's the part that really is wonderful about this program, is that you actually go inside your mouth to exercise those muscles that never get exercised unless the dentist is there for another reason. But it just doesn't get, you don't exercise that way inside your mouth. So it's wonderful.
No, you don't.
Never worked before.
Yep. And you know, when we teach our classes, the exercise actual training classes, you have to purchase the video or DVD and start the program, work through it 6 weeks, and then you're allowed to join the class. But we go through every exercise, Linus, so that there's no surprises. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and we make sure that you do it.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful program. And I wanted to tell people where they could go to get the program.
Okay.
You can go to my website at www.praiseworks.biz. And right now, as we speak, my webmaster is working on putting an icon on the front of the page, so you can click on the front of the page and go straight to the link that will take you to Cynthia's store and website and all the wonderful products that she has. And also, you can also click on the store. You'll see a little thing that will say Facial Magic. That should be on there pretty soon. And you'll be able to go there and click on it and get some information and go straight to her website and go to the store. And I also wanted to let everyone know, Cynthia has a wonderful facial program, and I have used some of the products, and one of my favorite products is the mask, the gel mask.
The Daily Lift.
Yes, the Daily Lift. It's beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. And I can see a difference in my skin. I don't know if anybody else can see it, but I can see it.
I get letters like that all the time when it's that. And I always say to people, it doesn't matter if it's the first time you use the Daily Lift or the 10,000th time you use the Daily Lift. You see the tightening, the brightening, and it just looks off that old, dead, gray skin on your face. And it's very gentle. You don't get red, and you don't get all messed up.
You don't get all dry. Sometimes some of these things that can be kind of drying on your skin.
Yes.
This is not dry the skin. And
No.
I highly recommend that you take a cheap for skincare. So I think you'll find it absolutely wonderful. Great ingredients. You have a line for people who are older, and you have another line, right?
Yes, we have a botanical line called Cell Renewal, and then we have the peptide line, which is for, I like to say women over the age of 50 because they have special needs.
We do have special needs because we are so special. We are just special.
We are indeed. Well, let's see what the next one is, okay, Linus? I want to see. I think we have one more to teach you.
Okay, great.
Okay, let's see. Of course, sometimes I get a little bit, there we go. Oh, no, that's still the same one. Number 11.
Yes,
Okay, are you ready for this? This is for your forehead, and it will pop out any horizontal lines over time. It will take you a few weeks. It doesn't happen overnight, even though I think it's magic. You will lift your forehead, lift the area here around your eye area. You can see there's no compression here, Linus, around my eye. There's no sinking because that's what creates the crow's feet. So this is the pre-crow's feet exercise, and it will help you just see the difference in your forehead, and you'll feel it. So you want to place your thumbs first, just slightly at the temple, slightly above the temple, and then you want to bring your hands in front of your face so that your fingertips are positioned along the hairline. And she doesn't really have in her, this woman did not really bring her fingertips around all the way, but I want you to bring your fingertips so that it looks like this, thumbs in place. Here's what we do first. You press up with the thumbs and push up with the fingertips at the same time. You hold everything in position. And now let's use your forehead muscle. Push down into your fingertips. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to 10 on this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remove your hands, take a deep breath in, and blow it out. And let's get right back into position doing this again. So thumbs are positioned just slightly above the temple. Bring your hands around in front of your face using your fingertips and place them at the hairline, just below the hairline, not on the hair, on your forehead. Push up with the thumbs, up with the fingertips. And now begin to push down into your fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remove your hands. Big breath in. Last one. Thumbs at the hair, just above the temple. Fingertips come around the front so that you can place your fingertips on your forehead just near the hairline. Push up with the thumbs first, up with the fingertips. If you can keep your elbows together, keep your elbows together. Begin to push down into your forehead and keep pushing your fingertips upward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Take a breath.
That's one of my favorite exercises.
Mine too. Mine too. Because you know what? Let me just get up real close. Can you see my forehead?
Yes.
You see the little wrinkles? Everybody says I have a forehead like a 10-year-old.
Yep. And I've been doing it for 3 weeks, and you can see my forehead. It's beginning to.
It's beginning to look like a young baby girl.
That's right, little baby's bottom.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So now we know a few exercises that you didn't know before. We have 18 in all, just for those who tuned in late. And there's really only a one-time purchase, Linus. I just want your ladies to know this, that they don't have to keep buying stuff over and over. Of course, we want to sell them daily lift over and over. But once you get your kit, you have all the technique and knowledge to save your face for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And never will you have to be doing anything that would be harmful or hurtful to your beautiful face.
Absolutely. As I said, I've been using it now for almost a month, and I can definitely see the difference. And I actually look forward to doing it every morning because I feel like I'm doing something that's good for my face. It kind of energizes me in the morning, and it just works in perfectly with my routine because I have my quiet time, my prayer time, my journaling time, and then I have my facial exercise time.
And you know what? You have the most beautiful cheeks these days.
What about that? Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Yes.
My little, as I call them, my little
Your
brick
apples.
walls
Yep.
are back to where they were when I was a teenager. And I have to say, I mean, I'm 55 years old. I don't lie about my age. I always tell my age. I'm 55 years old, and I don't feel 55. But my goal is, quite frankly, I don't want to look 55. I mean, once you know, I don't want to look 55. I don't feel 55. I want to look the way I feel. You know, and I feel much younger than that. And I feel energetic. So I don't want to look old while I'm feeling so young. And
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Well, you know, a lot of women that they'll see that their smile has changed dramatically because the cheeks that were high on the bone, now that muscle has elongated down. And so that's not a real attractive look, but this will help bring it up almost immediately.
Cynthia, thank you so much for spending the time with us. You are such an inspiration, truly. Why? And thank you for the opportunity to share this with our following and share it with those who visit the website. If you are not live with us right now, you are watching a recording of something that we did with Cynthia Rowland of Facial Magic, and she has done a beautiful job of putting together 18 exercises at a wonderful price. And if you just go ahead and click on the icon next to this recording, and then you too can go and find out more information and purchase the product. It is worth the time to find out more, worth the purchase. Like you said, you have for the rest of your life.
Now remember, you didn't ask me how old I was, Linus.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I don't ask unless people want to know. Want to tell? Yeah, I want to know. How old are you?
I never tell my age. I tell my sons' ages, okay? I have 2 sons. They're getting ready to have birthdays. One will be 40, and the other one will be 47.
Okay, so that means that you had your kids when you were about 10.
Or 5.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, my oldest one will be 28. It's hard to believe I'll have one that's coming up 30. But you know what? Age is just a number.
It is just a number.
Just a number. When you have tools like this to help you feel better about the way you're looking and to actually look better, then those years just melt away. And you're only as old as you feel. And you definitely are as young as you look.
There you go. Yep. You're only as old as you let yourself look, right?
That's right. That's right. And here you have an answer without going under the knife, without the whole thing of anesthesia and with the possible pain and disappointment of whether or not looking the way you want. I'm not poo-pooing plastic surgery. That's your choice. But I would say give this a try. You saw the pictures. You didn't roll back the tape. You saw the pictures and what people have looked after they have gone through this program. And I like to recommend it highly. I'm going to do it myself. Can't wait to see the results in the next couple of months. We've already done it for a month, and already I'm feeling and looking at least 5 years old. So keep doing it. Definitely take a look at the product. This is Linus from Praiseworks, and you've been joining us on a special webinar with Cynthia Rowland with Facial Magic. We're so glad you joined us, and we'll see you again at our next webinar.
Bye, Linus.
Bye, Cynthia.